Well, hey, Saber fans, Mark here again. Shamim asked everyone to post a video of their first custom LED Saber. And since I fortunately just got finished putting back together mine, here it is. It's a, I guess, second version, old school Epoch, since been replaced by the new 2015 Epoch model. I got this from Saberforge in August of 2013. I think I had delivery of it right after Christmas, and was the first custom saber I ever got from them. The first saber I ever wore as part of any kind of costume. First one I wore around to a convention, that being Space City Con Galveston in 2014, and this is a 6 watt, that's all there was back then, green saber. Here's a couple of fun facts. This is what a blade plug looked like back then. I think it's actually a CoverTech wheel that didn't make it. It gets crammed into this piece of blade tube, and that's what came with it as a blade plug. And you see that it is the milky white color material. That's what the blade is as well. So this is probably a Saberforge Type 1 blade. It has a clear pointy tip. It does have a mirror. It does have a little wrap in it. But is a solid milky white, which I thought was pretty boss at the time, but it does make for terrible photography, because if there's a flash, it just looks white in the picture, and although it looks plenty bright, it's only really bright in darker places. But it's still holding up pretty good. I've kind of cleaned it up, and I have changed this to a purple LED at one point for Lightsaber Lindsay to use, and then when I got my first 12 watt LED, the Indigo, I actually took it apart again and put the 12 watt system in it to see how that would go, and I've since moved it over into the new Epoch. So this is pretty much exactly how I received it. Original battery pack back in, original switch, original LED. It did originally, I ordered it with a D-ring, and I don't know where that is. I've since replaced it with a CoverTech that of unknown origin I got from a fellow at a convention. This is the first saber that I thought would be a good idea to dress up and wear around. This is the first saber that I realized if I take pictures of pretty girls with a lightsaber, people will like them. And that was at the convention in Galveston. Jesse Guerrero, one of the dancers with Circa Paleo, I think was the first one that really got people's attention. And this is the first saber that I ever took to the Ashford pub on a steak night, and figured out that if you gave lightsabers to waitresses and girls in bars, it again would be a popular thing. So here it is, restored to its former glory with the original 6 watt green. This is one saber I may buy and sell and stuff. I do these like I do handguns, but this is one that's never going to go anywhere. I'm always going to keep this around. It has a lot of sentimental value for me, and still works great. I still remember when I first got it, and the edges were super sharp before I filed them off, and I drew blood on these little guys a bunch of times in the web of my hand before I figured out how to contain this thing a little better. Lots of people have used it. Miltos, the guy who played Syrio Forel in Game of Thrones, has dueled with it. A few different celebrities have handled it and taken pictures with it at conventions. So it's got a lot going on. And even though I like my new one, which already has some claimants among people, this is always going to be the first one, always going to be one of my favorites. Thanks again, everybody at Saberforge, for getting me started in this hobby. When I first got this, I told my ex-wife, yeah, I just wanted to get one to see what it would be like. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. So now I've got 7 of these damn things. But it's a fun hobby. Lots of fun folks in it. I certainly get a lot out of it. And I know y'all do too. Thanks a lot.